if I would buy her designer bag,
No, buy me one,
Why?
oh
You
sure,
think you deserve one?
bitch. You know I deserve one.
you gotta spread it out, bro. You know?
Pardon?
Huh?
You want me to spread what for you, John?
And we are back. This is the JDM podcast. We are greatly, greatly happy to be here. I'm your host, Dominique, brought to you with Matthew and John. And, it's a lovely Sunday today, and we have a few questions we want to rattle off and talk about in regards to a few topics today. Obviously, before we start, just make sure to like, subscribe, share up. We're really trying to grow as a channel, and we really see, a lot of the work we're putting in is starting to kind of show in a way. But without further ado, one of the first questions we have is in regards to, finance. So I'm just going to ask, just generally speaking, so do you guys feel like you're financially ready to date, like, as a man in general? Obviously, me and John here are already taking people, and we have only one, compadre here who is a single man, who's looking. He's what?
John,
Wait.
Hold on. John, was that a ring?
Yeah.
We've been over this, nigga. Like I have a ring. What do you mean?
He's teasing your ass.
Take that off and show the camera.
Yeah,
I need to ask this man a couple of questions.
Yo.
Bro, that looks like a key ring.
No, it's a real ring.
That looks like
actually.
something I'd hold a Lego minifigure on.
Hey, don't
Don't shit on my
disrespect
ring,
the
bro.
promise ring, bro.
It has like
Yeah.
some stuff
Figure
in,
green.
Hey, but I mean, yeah, I think, honestly,
right.
you should start it off, Matt, because, like I said, we can give our insight and input, but it's going to be very different from your, point of view and, how you'd handle it.
So, I, as a single man, I would say happily single, but I feel nothing these days. I am joined by
This nigga, bro.
these two gentlemen who, through either means of their own or the will of being a loving boyfriend and future husbands, drop dummy bread just to be with Shorty. And when I mean dummy bread, I mean like paychecks worth type shit. Like, let me take a few days off. Let me hop on a fucking plane or the nearest bus out the country and go, live out there for a couple minutes. Now, I would say I would do that, but I have no experience being in a long distance relationship. But one thing I'm sure as hell not doing is dropping jewelry money before 6 months.
See,
Now, don't get me wrong. I've met. Both seem like they are very lovely women, and they sure as hell make the two of you very happy men. That being said, I mean, I don't know why I'm putting on the spotlight. I haven't been in a long distance either, but you know what? I'll ask both of you for this insight. Like, when in the relationship did you know it was serious enough to invest time, money, and effort into, yourselves and, the relationship in general? Like, how long did it take the both of you to make that decision?
Ladies first, Dominic.
yo, why are you saying that? Nah, you going first. I'm open. I have.
Ask us
Yeah,
if you could go to the bathroom.
I could rattle off. This will be a nice conversation for me, John.
All
I
right,
want to
so
see you open
To
up.
clarify, viewers, John is dating a lovely woman named who I didn't get a lot of details until way after this, but they met when John was in college. She was a local in the town where the college was at, and she moved back to Brazil. Was it the summer, or is she coming back?
Braço.
I'm not sure.
All right, but after he graduated, Mans jumped on a plane and spent 1-2 months in Brazil.
It was almost 1 month. So
Mind you,
technically
this is a
25
man
days.
who I've known for 3 or 4 years and would beg me to order for him at a restaurant.
Yes, Wendy's to be exact, everybody.
Yo, you know, I'm
In
calling
regards
all
to a
this shit
4 for
out,
4.
bro.
And
In
Like,
regards to a 4 for 4.
He's hopping on the plane with all this, a bunch of, technology in a backpack going to Brazil for 2 months.
Which she's never been to, by the way, just if that's not clear and obvious to
Have
anyone.
have you ever traveled anywhere by yourself other than Canada with us?
And maybe like Haiti. I don't know if you've gone. Yeah,
I
yeah.
don't-
I mean,
I've-
he's with his family.
yeah, but I don't think I've traveled solo like that. Like, I've never done that.
So that was very unprecedented when you told me, like, especially when you told me.
Especially for that long.
Right. But
This nigga.
when did you make that, decision to be like, you know what? She might be a couple thousand miles away. I'm gonna make it work.
First off, I think one of the things that I'll always say that attracted me to her was the fact that she was not playing games, in a way that
Like you play games with us.
no, it's not like no. I play games with people who play games, and I usually block these people, especially. You know what I'm saying? Like
That's
I
why
don't
we're here today.
like I don't play games with like hoes out there that they're just looking for attention, whatever, bro.
I am
you know,
hosed.
Number one.
Like, yeah, but like you know
Woman.
what I'm saying. So, plus when it's just like somebody that's always want to have a conversation, and is comfortable having a conversation with you. And I had missed that like with chicks. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's say like you texting somebody, you I don't know whatever you're doing with that person. It's more like superficial. Like it doesn't sound real when you with most women nowadays. And when I was with her, she had me even going to church, nigga. Like I've not been to church for like quite some times, and then I just like appreciate the fact that she was really serious about the thing that she was into. And when it comes to being like girlfriend material, you can say that. I mean, in the first few months, you cannot tell that about somebody, but you can literally see the behavior or like the misdemeanor of that person, and you're saying, you know what? This person might be that girl, like you to not play with, and this and that. It's just an intuition, I guess, because I've been talking to you guys, and you guys can see that I had the most toxic ideas when it comes to
Yeah, you did.
relationship.
You did
Yeah,
into
bro,
that relationship too. You
Bro.
changed for the
Yeah,
better.
can we-
I know, bro. Like
Yeah.
I know, like I had the most toxic things whenever I see things. It's mainly because of people I think I was
Yeah, I mean your past
seeing.
experiences, no?
Exactly. Yeah.
What you're surrounded
Eh,
by.
Yeah. But when I've seen her, I just had to rethink things out, and then which I did. I'm glad I did, and I think everything is working fine. But when it comes to the fact that we're talking about financially being ready to date, I don't think I've never had the burden to take care of anything when it comes with her. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think like you should be, if you're not having like some sort of income, you should probably focusing on that more. But like but finding someone that is like that support you whatever your financial situation is good, because I can clearly tell you that me and my girl would be going to a restaurant, and then we're just chilling, and she would be fighting with me to pay. She doesn't want me to pay, and for some reason that drives me more to want to pay, if that makes sense, because she's not about that. And I think I low-key appreciate that, because it shows me that she's more about us being there in the presence, more than like me having the mean to afford the meal or like whatever we're doing. So I think that's when I knew that let me not mess this up. So I feel like this thing can go like a long way. So
Do you feel like
Yeah.
there's some pressure on you then? Like you have to, upkeep and, maintain a certain lifestyle and, just the way you handle shit, like because of that interaction?
I don't know. There's no pressure at all. I feel very free and open about everything that I'm doing with her. Like we discuss a lot of things. Especially the way I see her being like in my future, in the long term or short term, I don't know. But I think we discussed everything. Stop throwing shit now.
Nah, nah, you couldn't have said it any better. No lie. I mean, most of everything you said, I can stand right behind. I mean, I've been with my girl now for almost about a year, and obviously, it was definitely hard. It was. I'll say it's definitely can be difficult at times and challenging at times, especially with not only just the money aspect of it, but the distance. And that obviously plays a big role, and I think in a way motivating whoever your partner is, whoever that person is in that relationship, because obviously, and I always remember this now because this man over here, John, I remember he said, like, if you can get through this type of shit, like, sky's the limit in a way. Who's to say you can't overcome anything and any obstacle that comes your way? And if you can make this type of relationship work and last, and not only last, prosper. And it's amazing, especially when you feel like you're with the right person and there's just perfect levels of communication. So just regardless of anything that's going on, you just know you can open up to this person, unwillingly without needing to worry about or think about anything, or any type of bullshit or extra stuff you see on social media or just in life in general. So obviously, the financial aspect of it definitely, can be tough. We're just coming out of college and stuff. We're all trying to make it big and make some money. We still all have our own sources of reasons of debt or whatever and shit we have to pay off and who knows what. But at the end of the day, yeah, fair enough. For now. But I mean, at the end of the day, I think, honestly, the question itself doesn't really matter. Honestly, my way of answering that would be like, it doesn't even matter to me because like money is money to me. I could be dead broke and I know my girl's still gonna like back me and like if anything
But my original question was, how long into you two's relationships did it take for you to be like, fuck it, we're gonna make it work. I don't care if she's thousands of miles away. I'm gonna go see her.
easily
Man.
one, not even what, like 2 months, like a month and a half, 2 months. Like when I met this person,
Like fuck hard. Like
No,
let's
no,
not even
but
forget.
you gotta.
I'm sorry.
Oh no, go ahead. No, you can go ahead.
No, I'm just saying. Like I feel like she's a savior, your savior, in a way. Like because because the precedent, like that relationship that you had. I feel like you were like I don't know. I was praying for you to not have like a toxic view on things the way I did. I don't think I was ever like healed really, like I'm saying, like women and then this kind of thing. And I think like you recovered nicely because I feel like she came into your life and say, you know what, these hoes are not her and I'm her, bro. Like I feel like that's what she did, and then she kind of
that's valid.
From an outsider's perspective, and also a lot of insight from both Dominique and they definitely have a level of communication I have never seen or experienced before, and I've said that to them many times. Like the way they communicate between each other, the way they solve issues, the way they tackle the future. They do it so fucking like I can't wrap my fucking head around it. Now John, I have never seen one on one. I barely see John, given he's 60 miles away from me, hiding in Worcester. But the way he communicates with us is atrocious.
Oh my god.
It's true though.
I mean, sure, but like the way I think like on that topic, I feel like this is the best way that you can get to know that person, and I'm glad that this kind of long distance comes into play because I mean it's not the ideal situation to be in, quite frankly, but if you can do that and you feel like content within the conversation that you are having with that person daily, like by texting, seeing that person and talking to them like every day, I think that tells you everything, because it ain't about like you going out anymore. It ain't about like you buying her stuff really, It ain't about like physical interaction, but it's purely conversational. You know what I'm saying? Like it's purely that. And if that's going well, and I think we're doing pretty good. I'm just bad at it with you guys, but when it comes to her, I do good. I feel like so, and improving also, so which is good.
Does she shit talk you the way we shit talk you?
No hell, no,
Yeah,
bro.
she's better.
Yeah, that's why.
Bro, she's well. This is why you
It's
have.
personal.
This is why you have a partner, bro. Like the world, y'all niggas cannot be shitting on me, and when I go to her, she just dunking on me too. Like what the fuck,
I don't know.
Like
It'd be kind of easy if I was your girl. Like,
okay,
we take it so bad out of
you
context.
gotta say no homo after this because
But am I your girl?
definitely not.
Am I a girl?
You could be, you never know these
Okay.
days. But
I'm
hey,
not about to nuke that career. It's not over last week.
Nah, but I mean, overall, I would just to wrap this discussion up. I would say though, I mean, I definitely was not financially ready to be in this relationship, but at the end of the day, I think to a degree, finance is only as important as like I would say finance is only as important as that relationship makes it to be to a certain degree, because at the end of the day, whoever you're with, if they really love you, is gonna love you, like regardless of whatever. Regardless if you think you're financially fit or they do. Like my girl was going through shit like financially and had to deal with shit with her fam and obvious lots of bullshit like with other people and just living conditions. But she still was, adamant on wanting to be with me, wanting to see me, wanting to comfort me, wanting to do stuff for me. And the same thing applied for me, especially after coming out of school, trying to look for a job,
Not even
like
coming out of school, but being in school.
yeah.
yeah. But I just wanted to say before we wrap this up, because I think there's like the wrong idea online. Like you see like many podcasters having like plenty of like women out on there saying like, oh, how much would you want your man to be making as an income? And you would see like the most outrageous answers ever, bro.
8 figures.
And if you're like a man looking at this right now, just get off the internet and see real life, bro, because there's like real people that are looking for partners that have the drive to go forward. You know what I'm saying? I feel like that's all it takes, bro. If you have the drive to go, I feel like that's what somebody needs. They see you want something. It's not all about like the money and stuff like this. And the internet can give us like some sort of false perspective on things. Just get out of there, bro.
Yo, y'all
Oh.
buying your girl designer bags if it's not her birthday, Valentine's Day, or Christmas? I'm
Hell,
gonna get y'all in trouble.
fuck.
Yeah, I'm cutting this question out.
Yeah.
Nah, but
You buying a designer bag?
I mean,
what do you need?
Give me a
Wait, what
designer
do
bag. I don't care what day it is.
if I would buy her designer bag,
No, buy me one,
Why?
Oh,
You
sure.
think you deserve one?
bitch. You know I deserve one.
you gotta spread it out, bro.
Pardon?
Huh?
Yo, you want me to spread what for you, John?
Nothing.
Yeah.
Nothing. Spread the word, bro.
Yeah, spread the
Word of
word.
Spread the word
Bird
out.
is the word. Come on, spread that shit. JDM is the word. Spread that shit.
Yeah,
what you
bro. You know what I'm
All
saying?
right.